Yeah, 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 I can relate. There's so many miles, so many bills, but how many plates? I got 50 on me, but that ain't gon' give me to all of the states. No, I ain't take K, but I swear that it feel like I'm doing the race. Hey, do you relate?
I can relate. I'm pulling my weight and I'm making it happen, I'm making it shake. I'm not juvenile, I don't want kids, yeah, I do not play. Cause I don't like games, I've been on my grind, I don't need a break.
Yeah,
hey, do you relate?
Yeah, cause I can relate. I gotta make double and fries, but really I wanted a steak. That extra 1050 I'm saving, I'm putting that bitch in the safe. I'm lying for real, I'm hitting my plug, I'm getting the eighth. I know you relate,
I can relate. I bought the bottle, hit it for throttle, can't feel my face. He want my time, he want my number, I gave him a fake. Gave him a smile, he swapping his card, he taking the bait. Hey, do you relate?
Hey, do you relate? Hey, do you relate? Hey, do you relate? Hey, do you relate? Hey, do you relate?
I can relate, I can relate.
Hey, do you relate?
I can relate, I can relate.
Hey, do you relate?
Yeah, I can relate, yeah, I can relate.
Hey, do you relate?
I can relate, I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I feel like every time we start this off, we go, yeah.
Because
like,
because
it just feels appropriate. It feels appropriate.
Exactly.
All right. I am so excited today, Adrian Expression.
Me too. What's it, Kelly?
Because today we have, I'm gonna say it.
Okay, go ahead.
We have probably the funniest motherfucker on the internet.
Ouch.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I before even meeting this person, I was just so obsessed with the originality, the wit.
Yes.
Just everything about our guest today.
The quickness. Like,
the
wow.
quickness.
Wow.
I mean, it's I really want to talk about this because how. If you, yeah. We need answers on today. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the iconic TonyTalks in the building
In the
today.
motherfucking building, bitch. In the building, bitch.
I love my sound effects.
Oh my God, you
Let's
guys,
do it.
thank you so much for inviting me. I am so excited to be here.
No
I am
problem.
so
Thanks for coming.
excited just to kind of get in here, talk about what we're going to talk about, and just kind of get deep and relatable. And
Yeah,
just
you
go
already know.
for it.
Oh my God. Well, let me just start out by saying, how's your day going? How's your week been? How are you feeling?
So it's pretty good. I mean, transparent moment. Few family things going on, but put that aside, everything's pretty good. Like I really can't complain. I'm out here working for myself, so that you can't complain when you're doing stuff like that. So yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Working for yourself and working the fuck hard.
Okay.
Like,
And doing it efficiently. Love that.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how what it takes to be doing what we all do, it's not just as simple as turning on a camera and recording, or for you when you're making music, it's not as simple as just recording it and then that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many things behind it that people don't really know. So, that's why I can't complain. I can't complain because it's a good life, honestly.
Oh yeah. Honestly,
Absolutely.
I feel like I want to just keep going off of that. Just to ask you your process of creating these funny ass videos. They are hilarious. They're hilarious.
Yep.
So I would just love if you could just detail a little bit, how far you want to go, but detail the process of do you write a script? Do you just what was going on? I want to know.
Okay, so my skits come from life experiences, you know what I'm saying? So they come from things that's either happened to me or when people tell me stories and, blah, 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 because I do like to talk. So, I get into people's lives. And, but I don't like just a regular story. So let's say you told me you went to the store and bought something, but you tripped walking into the store. You get what I'm saying? What I would do, from that moment is I would write in my notes, because everything is in my notes. I would write down the scenario, and then I would add some sense of dramaticness to it that realistically won't happen, but I feel like that's where the comedy is. So I would literally write down Adrian was walking into the store and then he tripped, knocked into somebody knocked into somebody knocked into somebody, you know, like over exaggerated. And then, and then from that day, after I write it down in my notes, the day after, I'll go ahead and create, go ahead and film it. And then I like to film multiple videos in one day. So then that's when I can have a day dedicated to editing and then, post throughout the week. So I have backup videos in the event that I don't have nothing to quote unquote post. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fun.
So
I love
smart.
It is.
I love how you said that. It's almost like you take the things that the psyche is already feeling, because when you fall in that moment, it feels dramatic.
It feels exaggerated
internally, and it's almost like you're creating like the visual picture of like what's going on in our heads in those chaotic moments, which is so fucking brilliant. Like I love that. I love that. That's crazy.
I genuinely feel like comedy comes from real life, things, but then it's exaggerated a little bit, where it's like it's like relatable, but then it becomes unrelatable because that doesn't happen. But that's how, like you said, that's how you felt in that moment. So it's just trying to bring that onto camera and just confidently doing it, and then just getting the reaction. So yeah, every single day I am writing something down in my notes because I pay attention to a lot. I pay attention. TV, just looking outside. I'm a nosy neighbor, so like looking outside, seeing shit happen out there. It's like,
Have you seen some crazy shit outside?
Yes,
with your neighbors.
Like we live in a crazy neighborhood that we trying to move out of. So it's like,
period.
It's literally like that's where it comes from, though, and that's the process. Hopefully, I answered that correctly. It's literally just something happens, write it down, add a little bit of exaggeration to it, and then film it, if not the next day, the day after.
Okay, so see, I kind of got started like slicing videos up and stuff like in high school, like when I was in TV production and stuff. So I want to know when you got started with like editing and stuff, because you're good at that shit too. Like, so I want to know like, when did you get started with that?
Listen, I have no clue. Like I was young, like very young. And the only reason why, and it wasn't like editing in a sense, I would make like little music video covers to like the Pussycat Dolls. I would make like a fake music video on my phone or something to that song. And then I guess just over time of me doing that, I just kind of learned what I like to see. Yeah. And then I like to be what I like to see.
Are they on YouTube?
Okay,
absolutely not.
Absolutely. I was like, let me go be nosy.
Absolutely. No, I wouldn't. No, because like during that moment, it was like a lot of insecurities going on. Literally, I would make those videos without sharing them. So it would just be for me until I gained the confidence to start sharing stuff on Vine. And then from that point on, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this going because I enjoy doing it. And that's when it just started getting bigger and bigger. And I told myself I'm gonna keep upgrading things so I don't have to hire anyone else. Like I want to learn how to do everything myself. That way when I hire people to do it, I know what they're doing.
You know what to be like,
Yeah.
Until I see my notes applied, it doesn't make any sense for me.
I want to make sure it's like good. And because I'm a perfectionist, so I got to make sure it fits like the look and all that stuff. So
I think when you look back at like some of the stuff that you used to do as a creative, you like, of course I'm doing what I'm doing now. Like, look at what I was doing in the past.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was already like lining up. What's your favorite? So 2 questions. What's your favorite platform, just in terms of like the algorithm, just how shit is kind of working right now, and now that you're a part of every fucking thing, like which one are you the one that you like? I just love the format, and I forgot my second question, so I'm gonna ask that one after.
Okay. I'm gonna answer that one pretty long, give you some time to think about the second one.
Yeah.
But, okay, so when you say favorite format, are you talking about like Instagram, TikTok? Which one out of those?
Just which one do you just like the way that it functions? Because a lot of especially black creators on TikTok, they find themselves getting things taken down all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes on Instagram, people say that sometimes their posts may get shadow banned or hidden, even on TikTok as well. So you know what I'm saying? So which out of everything is the one where you're like, this is a comfortable, at least like your favorite comfortable platform that you found the most, success and groove?
So I would say YouTube, and it's crazy because I just changed my opinion to YouTube.
Oh wow!
Because at first
I'm
it was
surprised.
Instagram. Yeah, at first it was Instagram. Instagram to me was my favorite platform because that's where I started. You know what I'm saying? Like I posted all my stuff on TikTok and all that other stuff just because that's what's like trending. And then the way I see it is, just in case, hackers, that is a thing. So in the event that one platform gets hacked, that doesn't end everything that I did. So that's why I chose just to put it on every platform. But I'm not going to lie to you. YouTube, to me, is the best one because that whole shadow banning thing that happens on Instagram, I don't experience that. The whole black creator, injustice that's happening on damn near every other platform, I'm not experiencing that now on YouTube simply because they're pushing me to do shorts and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just don't pay attention to the numbers either, though. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And the only reason why is because that gets stressful. It gets very stressful. It makes you not want to post anything and all of that. And the way I see it is I started off with no numbers, so I'm going to continue with no numbers. You get what I'm saying? And it's made me think differently to keep going regardless. Because I'm shadow banned on Instagram till this day, I feel like. But it doesn't stop me because I'm like, I'm posting it to show myself that I can do this and that I can make a living off of this and da-da-da. So, but YouTube, to answer your question though, it's YouTube. That is the one that I actually starting to like a lot more than all the other ones.
Wow. That is crazy.
That answer.
What were you thinking, Adrian? What were you thinking?
I was thinking you were gonna say either Instagram or like TikTok or something. Like I thought you were gonna say.
That's
like,
what everyone thinks that TikTok is, because that is where like the majority of my fan base is on TikTok. It's just like Ocean said, TikTok has they have too many things going on with them, and I'm on there just to post, but that's it. Like I don't have no communications with TikTok. I have communications with literally every social media platform but TikTok.
Okay.
So it's like I just post on there just to keep me relevant on there. But other than that, I don't really pay attention to TikTok like that.
Where are you from? Like what city are you from specifically?
I'm from Fairfax, Virginia.
Okay, see, the thing is, I could see some Southern, I could see some up North, I could see some Midwest.
Really?
Like you have range, honey. Yeah, for real. Like whenever someone is almost like unclockable because they're so uniquely themselves. Yeah, I'm always like, where are you from? Because as we know, like just our upbringings kind of shape the people we become. Yeah. So it's just that's really cool. That's really cool. How long have you been in Atlanta with us?
Well, according to Amaretta, I don't know if I'm in Atlanta. But I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. But
that's true.
But no, I don't. I've been here since my junior year in high school, so I would say it's been. I'm terrible at math. It's like more than 9 years, I think.
9 years or so.
It's been a minute. I mean, I feel like I can not claim it as I'm from here, but I feel like I can claim like I'm just, I've been here enough to know.
Yeah, what's up. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've been here a little bit, but it's definitely Virginia though.
Hell yeah. So you were starting on Vine. That's when you really started posting stuff?
Yes, it was on Vine. And it's crazy enough. I met my boyfriend around, that time, and I was getting insecure because what y'all see now is not who I was on Vine. It was a little, everybody starts off unpolished and then you start, building what's yours. So, it was a little messy back then, and I just didn't care for how I portrayed myself. So when I met him, I literally deleted half of my posts and then locked my profile. Crazy enough, little did I know, him and his friend already looked at it before I did all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So it was just insecurities, but that's where it started though. It started on Vine, and then I started getting a little bit of hype on there, and it gave me the confidence to start posting it everywhere else.
Oh, that's so interesting. See, that's the next thing where I was going to like
Yeah.
ask you, like, because like just about being in public or meeting people and
Yeah.
being like, okay, this is what or even like extended family when they ask you, okay, so what's your job? Like, what do you do? It's almost like,
I know.
how do I answer this question?
It's a phase. It is a true phase. And, it's one of those things where you have to believe enough in yourself and your title to be able to confidently say it. Because, the older generation do not understand.
They don't know what they don't
understand.
like, what are you doing?
At all.
Yeah. They didn't get it. So it's like, and I don't like saying I'm an influencer. I don't know why. I like to say I'm a content creator
Me too.
opposed to saying, or an artist, opposed to saying an influencer, because I feel like that puts you in a
Weird
category.
place, like
Yeah, it puts you in a weird, like, people look at you like you're like, I don't know if it's insecurities or not, but I just necessarily, I don't like that.
I don't think it's insecurities because for me, I don't like. When I started, the word that word wasn't even a thing, like influencer or like content, even content creator. But I prefer content creator because influencer. I'm just like, I'm not necessarily trying to influence anybody to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to live, and whoever vibes with me, we vibe. But I'm not like, like I don't know. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and it became like I don't know. I'm not gonna say awkward, but I had to hit that point of, if I'm putting myself out there for the whole entire world to see it, I shouldn't be ashamed of like telling people who are close to me what I'm doing and stuff like that. And then not only that, recently I was able to take my family to Disney World, and that showed what it kind of showed that what I'm doing is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the older generation, they don't understand it. So that was my way of confirming to them, like, this is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't the traditional way, but we're in a whole new generation now. Nothing's traditional. Like, we're all gay in this podcast and publicly putting it out there. It's like, traditionally that didn't happen at a point in time. So it's
you had to be quiet.
Yeah, we're a whole new generation, and it's like, it's a whole lot of, but we doing it though. We making it work.
The reason why I love your comedy so much is because it gives me all the elements of things I love from the Scary Movie series, which I feel like I told you this before.
Yes.
Because I love chaos. I love things that are like blunt, because sometimes when things are so funny that because I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, for example, Scary Movie, a lot of moments they will really take it there. A lot of things looking back on, I'm sure people wouldn't do in film today. But you have managed to kind of create some of those elements that are equally as funny in a way that is perceivable for like us, the people of today, Gen Z and millennials and stuff like that. Are you inspired from that, or is there anything? Because I know you said real life situations. What's something that you have kind of, if you can name like different ingredients in the TonyTalks recipe that's just like inspired you? What are like a couple different things you're like, ooh, I like that, I like that, I like that. Like,
so one, I love how you asked that. That was really, really nice with the TonyTalks ingredients. Yeah, that was nice. But I would say honestly, like, okay, so Scary Movie, all of the Scary Movies. I don't know if you've seen have you seen Dance Flick? Have y'all seen that movie?
Yep.
You seen Dance Flick?
Yep.
It's movies
Hilarious.
like that. Like movies where that superhero movie, I think Not Another Teen movie, like movies where the storyline is very relatable, but it's also kind of like unrealistic in a sense. Like it goes like Not Another Teen movie is about literally like, all the stuff that happens in high school, but it over exaggerates everything. And Mad TV, that's where that comes in it as well. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like all those things is what built me. That along with, like I said, real life experiences, being in a house full of women, those where the women characters come from. So it's just like, it all kind of came together. But Scary Movie and all those like parody type movies, is definitely where like it all stems from. Because let me tell y'all something, you heard it today, that I will create a movie just like that. Because I don't see no one really doing that anymore. So,
yes.
And that's where my heart and my passion lies. So even if nobody wants to see it, it's gonna be out there.
Yes. Oh my God.
I would love to see that happen.
I don't care if it's on streaming. I don't care if it's at the box office.
Yes.
You could send me a DVD in the mail and I'm watching it. I would fucking love that, and I think everybody would. Like, that's so brilliant.
Especially because, like Ocean was saying, it's like a fresh take on. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell it's inspired, but it's still yours. You know what I mean? It's yours. It's yours.
Yeah.
And it's a new take on it. And I think that people would definitely be interested in see it. You talking about you don't know, child. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I need.
Because
that's all I need.
Absolutely. It's almost like you said, what was happening in the time where movies like Not Another Teen Movie and all those movies were created isn't the same climate we're living in today.
No.
So you are one of the only people I can think of who was able to adapt the same rawness and hilariousness and quickness and wit.
Thank you.
With the things that are going on today.
Yeah.
And which is what makes it so unique.
Yeah.
Like I just love that. I love that. Do you feel pressure in terms of other like just people online and just like the pressures of like the things that other people are doing sometimes, or like how do you balance that within yourself? Because of course you're TonyTalks, the creator, the performer, like all these things, but how do you balance that like with just yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about that a lot.
Yeah, and that's actually a great question because I don't feel like that's brought up enough in like the community that we're in of being, influencers and content creators and artists and stuff like that. It is like, it's like I don't have many content creator friends, unfortunately, for that reason alone. And what I'm saying is I don't have like networking friends. Like I don't have friends who you're only my friend because
of X, Y, and Z. Yeah.
Because of what you can offer me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it creates terrible. It's just not genuine. You know what I'm saying? And I know that within, this industry and stuff like that, it's just you face a lot of competitiveness. You face a lot of, if she's doing it, then I have to do it. And I don't do it. I try to stay away from that because I think like a few months ago, I ended up hitting this really deep depression that was like really dark. And I've never been, like, I'm not gonna say I've never been depressed, but I've never like faced that before. And it was all surrounding social media because I had an individual who was feeding me stuff that was surrounding what he does. And it just wasn't working. It was not working mentally for me because I never paid attention to numbers and nothing like that. But being with someone who does and like, all that and all that, it just was not working. So to get me out of that rut, so I'm not comparing myself, so I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I just don't really pay attention to it. Like I create a little bubble around me and I go on Instagram, TikTok, and this to post what I want to post, and then I get off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't continue scrolling or nothing like that. Only time you will ever see me like actively on any of these social media platforms is if you put out a music video or something, or just something like that. Because I don't know, I don't know how to elaborate on it, but it's just I try to stay away from it. That's why my biggest I would say flaw in a sense that a lot of people say is I don't connect much with my audience like I should. But that's just because I'm protecting myself mentally just from staying on social media too much. I go on social media just to post it and then get off. And that's it. I don't really look at the reactions. I don't really look at none of that to avoid what you just said. You know what I'm saying? That is my process. Hopefully I answered that correctly. But
no, you absolutely did. You absolutely did.
No, I was just saying that I can definitely understand what you're saying because like in the beginning when I first started, I think I was reading more comments, looking at more reactions, looking at the sphere around it. But now I'm just like, all right, drop it, and I'm gonna work. I'm gonna just work is the whole point of it, putting out the art, and that's it. Do your thing and hop off because I can't. You start internalizing stuff that you would have never even thought about. If you didn't, I was just like, nope.
And then what's crazy? I started finding myself looking at, because I would say I do have a pretty good like fan base or support team. Only reason was because I think because I'm not in drama or mess or nothing like that, I attracted an audience who's not in that type of stuff. But I can say that I found myself looking past all of the positive, great comments to see that one that was negative, and it just ruined me. So I was like, I can't keep doing this no more. So so basically, to recap on that, it was just I just stay away from anything that could potentially be toxic. So like in the social media world, and there's a lot of it. So I just stay away from it.
Social media has taken on this life of its own, so it's like you have to be very protective and careful with your energy and the people around you. And honestly, like when we did into the cunt of it, make sure y'all stream Into the Cunt of It, available everywhere. Okay. I was like, because I remember I've already been following you and just being obsessed with your content, but there are sometimes you just find those pockets of people, places. We were kind of talking about this last week too, where it's like you got to find those pockets that just kind of feel right. Yeah. In the moment, and when they work, and I feel like from what I could say, just hanging out with you and just us always chatting, and just like seeing your stuff and us collaborating, like I feel like you can tell when someone not only cares about their art, but is also just hyper aware without letting it kind of interfere with, just like what you have going on in your own progression. Like you're doing the shit. You are doing the shit.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I love. I did want to ask you this because we were kind of talking about this a little bit before. So now that it's been like a week or so, how do you feel about the situation with the Kim Kardashian thing? Remember we were kind of talking about that a little bit. Now it's like a meme where she said, "Get your ass up and fucking work."
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, so you know what's crazy? I ended up getting so many DMs about that because just for everyone listening who doesn't necessarily know what he's referring to, but like when Kim Kardashian posted her thing about her saying, you need to work and you need to do this and da-da-da-da-da, I shared that on my story because I genuinely feel like she was stating facts. Everything she said, I feel like was true. I feel like people took that and they didn't listen to the message, and they saw who it was coming from. They saw it was coming from a Kardashian, someone who's been in the camera all her life and da-da-da-da-da. But I'm not going to lie. I mean, I genuinely feel like, although they were given a silver spoon, it takes a lot to keep that spoon in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I genuinely feel like everything she was saying with the photo shoots being difficult, with doing this and doing that is difficult. What a lot of people don't know is that, let's say you make $1 million from something or, whatever. Half of that money goes to your team, and 25% of it goes to your team, while half of it goes to your taxes. So that remaining is what you are actually profiting from. Therefore, you have to continue to keep doing stuff to make that money to live up to your lifestyle that you have purchased. Long story short, the reason I'm saying all that is because she does have to work. You know what I'm saying? She can't just sit on her ass like the image is painted that she does. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not sticking up for her, but I'm just saying what she said was straight facts, and I felt the need to share it.
It's almost like, so the reason why I asked that, because I almost feel like, let's say you said the same thing. Yeah. Or I said the same thing, or Adrian said the same thing. Yeah. People would be like, I do think that they would be cheering us on because definitely, by default, by simply being Black, queer, content creators, it's like by default, they're like, oh, we could see. Yeah, like you've had to work for this shit. You've had to figure some shit out. Yeah, and it was I think it was definitely a like shoot the messenger kind of moment. Yeah, but also it's almost like I feel like we're kind of in this era right now where everyone comes from somewhere different. Yeah. So it's always interesting to see how people perceive everything. Like most of the discourse online, everybody is kind of like 50-50 because people are kind of like understanding the message, but then also it's like, what gives you the right to say it? You see what I'm saying? It's like that battle between the back and forth. And I think even in a space like that, it's almost like I don't think anybody's wrong. It just goes back to
like perception.
The power of us. Perception
Yeah,
and us making change by talking about shit like this.
Yeah, because me personally, I just don't want to hear Kim Kardashian talk to me about working hard. I just did not want to hear. It could have come from anybody else on the planet. And then it's not to say, obviously, if you own a business, you have to obviously you have to work. But I think for me personally, I just was like, Kim, it's all right. Like, if you wanted to, like everybody else knows it, like you can hire somebody to wipe your ass if you wanted to. And it's like, I just don't want to hear it coming from her. Like, she needs to just, run a little business class. But that's how I interpret it. But, like, at the same time, I understand what you're saying, Tony. Like, she didn't say anything. It wasn't that she was lying,
It's who it came from.
Yeah. So I think
that's literally all. And that's what I was telling Ocean when you DM'd me. Because I was just saying, like, it's, unfortunately, I was getting a lot of negative reactions because of who it was coming from. One person told me I need to take it down and all this other stuff, and I was just like, no, I don't pay attention that hard to social media like that, where someone could tell me what to do. However, something that
period.
I don't know. I just feel like I wouldn't go to a seminar where she's doing the motivational speech. I wouldn't do that.
Period.
But I know how to take people's words and like learn from it without paying attention to their circumstances. Like, how somebody, if you're going through something, most people don't want someone who hasn't been through it to help them. You know what I'm saying? But I can take advice from someone who hasn't been in those shoes because I know how to, I forgot the term. It's like eat the meat but spit out the bones or something like that. But it's like I know how to take it without thinking, okay, well, why is it coming from her? Like, it's not an attack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's... I agree with what you're saying, Adrian, though, but it's just, I see no problem with it.
No, I get it.
And that's why the reason why I asked that question is because I think that even the three of us, Black queer creatives, we all on most like social issues literally have the same thought process, right?
Yeah.
But everyone approaches things differently, and I feel like I wanted to ask you that because for the people that's listening, I would encourage y'all and your friends to have comfortable discourse about things and be able to disagree without coming to these creators' pages and telling them well, I don't because he support Kim Kardashian. Like, you don't even know. Like, you're not processing anything. You're seeing what you're seeing and you're going. And I think people should kind of slow down a little bit and say, because for example, let's say I completely hate her, I didn't like the message, and I saw it on your page, I would be like, ooh, I don't like her. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would still love you and still support every single thing. But that's kind of like I don't. That's not really the world that people are portraying. And I just want to again remind everybody out there, it's okay to have your opinions. It's okay to have your viewpoint. And you should have it. You should not be sitting here telling someone you need to take this down. Oh, I'm not watching. Like, you got to grow up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's just because it's easy. It's easy for them to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
for sure.
They're not, they're not going to come up to you and physically say it. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's just easy to reply on someone's story and be like.
Not me pressing keyboard buttons.
No, I was like.
Well, we just gonna clap to what you just said.
Exactly.
Oh shit. Period.
Well, I mean, hey, I just feel like because it's easy. It's easy for them to go in there and do what they, say what they want to say, do what they want to do. So.
Yeah.
But that did spark up a lot of conversation, and it was just so interesting because they do work hard. However, they are, there is like 20 silver spoons in their mouths. So, right. That is a
period. Two things can exist at one time.
Hello?
Okay, real quick. I need to know how did you start I'm gonna ask like
I knew you did.
it's just so hilarious.
Yes.
Did you just put it on and that's not, or did you like one day you're like, I'm gonna move it up, or you? or is it because of your hair? You just kept it there, like.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The very first video, I'm not gonna say I thought I had it on right, but like I didn't like put on. I didn't put on like no type of compression to compress my hair. Or nothing.
Yeah.
So I literally just put it on, and then that's when after the reaction was more so everyone laughing at the wig. I was like, okay, well then let me just add on to this and then try to make it a little higher. So then as Ocean saw, I put a hat underneath and then just put it up. And then, just do my thing. And then I try to raise it up as high as I can. And let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The minute I get like a TV budget or something like that, we're going to build something to make
make it automatic.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm going to find a way. I just, right now I just don't know how, but I'm going to find a way.
Oh,
yes, that is
funny.
so iconic.
That's funny. Like
that is so fucking
and you just
iconic.
Be moving with it back and forth. The shit is just.
Oh my God, the heel,
the sound effects, the heel sound effects.
Yes.
It's just,
I try to keep it on. I love adding like bits and pieces to my videos. Like I love sound effects. It hypes up a movie, hypes up a scene, hypes up whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna rewind a little bit, a little transparency moment. When you were asking me about creators and how do I handle like the stress that comes with that and stuff like that and like comparisons and all that. The individual who I was referring to was talking to me about like sound effects and how he uses no sound effects in his videos and how this and this and this and this and this, and that's why people love him and da 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 da. But the reason of this individual telling me all that was kind of like an underhand comparison. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that made me kind of get in my head. So to rewind, I had to distance myself from stuff like that. So
you do.
Yeah, so when you tell me things like that, Adrian, about like the sound effects and da da da, it's just like that's what makes you. That's what I enjoy. So it's like it's fun. It hypes up the content. It makes it
That is so interesting that you're talking about like I don't know. I think because we're having this discussion about like staying away from certain things or staying away from certain personality types, and I feel like sometimes you don't even realize that someone is like uncomfortable with themselves, and so they're projected onto you. Because I'm like, why would you look at somebody else like the way that they do things and be like, oh no, so take that off? It's like that's their art, like that's their thing, like I don't know. So sometimes people I feel like can try and plant those things in you if they feel like you're confident and they want to be confident. It's like, why not just join forces and like I don't know. It's
You would think. It's just people, I guess people just don't think like that nowadays. However, I can see though, like on a positive note, a lot of Black influencers are coming together because of the injustice that, we're receiving on these platforms. So that's the good side of everything is that, there's a lot of things that are coming together because of, shit that's going wrong and whatnot. But we kind of side railing. You was talking about how high the wigs are.
No, that's fine. That's the whole point.
No, that's good. That's good.
How
because truly.
Ooh. Now she had to take a sip.
I think between the three of us, I think we all have had that person who will come into. So when you just said that, I'm over here like, ooh, I can't wait till this over so I can give you some tea,
some real tea.
But
no, I get it.
But I think perseverance is the point. Because then if you entertain those people or you keep them, then those things do start to happen where it fucks with you and it fucks with you mentally and that shit is dangerous and scary. Yeah. Like I definitely relate to that and dealt with that for at least like 8-9+ years. And to the point where it even took years to like break free of that. And since I don't think it's a coincidence that, this is, things started really working out when things like that happen. But it sounds like you have really good people around you. Yeah. Because even allowing that one energy to just to go over there, you just like have a control over it. Like I just love that. I love that.
Definitely, and mainly because you're with all of us. Like our our art form and all that stuff, it all comes from here. So you have to from your head.
Yeah.
So you have to protect, like,
Yeah.
you have to protect that. So it's like, your ideas when you're writing music, it's like both of you, when you're both writing music, it's like, you have to protect where it comes from, or else the music you write is going to start being influenced by that negative energy. Therefore, you're putting out bad music.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
or you're putting out music that's not you. You know what I'm saying? You're putting out stuff that is, I don't know, just
It's not true to who you are.
Yeah,
it's not true to who you are.
You are. So it's like with us, definitely, because our jobs is to put our creativity out for people to look at. You have to make sure that you protect it at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where that came from.
That.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
well, let me ask you quick shift here. What are you watching right now? Is there anything you watching? Netflix, Hulu, like, are you a superhero fan? We always
do
are
this.
nerdy ass. I feel like we always talk about superheroes, child.
Okay,
but
so have y'all seen well, it's
yes,
it's
I'm just playing.
I know. Have you seen Turning Red? It's a Disney.
I haven't seen it yet.
No,
I've seen it?
I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
Yeah, it's kind of mixed reviews. I'm not gonna lie, but I saw that the only show that I've been recently binge watching, but now that it's over, is Euphoria.
Oh,
That show,
so good.
I was
So fucking good.
locked to, because I watched it because I was catching up on the hype of what everyone said. Like everyone was like,
Oh, yeah.
this is such a good thing. Like go da 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 da. I did not think it was gonna be good. I was editing my video, and as I was watching it, I caught myself stuck to the TV watching 3 whole episodes. Didn't even finish the video, and then I had a little watch party to watch that final.
The finale. Yeah.
We did too. That's crazy.
Yes, it was. Dang, you did too. We could have just did that shit.
We could have all just
together.
joined up and just watched it together.
I don't be knowing what right? But no, yeah, it was. That's what I was watching. But other than that, currently, I'm not stuck on any show currently. What do you guys have? Are y'all watching something currently?
Oh my God.
I'm just waiting for it. There's a show on Amazon called The Boys.
Let me get my notes.
I'm really waiting on that. Yeah, it's called The Boys on Amazon Prime. It's wild. As long as you're okay with gore, because it's not a lot of gore.
So what do you mean wild? What do you mean?
I'm gonna let Adrian. This show's crazy as fuck.
Imagine if there were actually superheroes in the world, but they would be behaving as people who could do anything they wanted. But it's not like a goody two shoes kind of say, let's save the world. Oh my God, we're superheroes.
Yeah,
so let's save the
I'm
day.
Superman.
It's like, no,
Yeah.
I have powers, but I'm just as selfish and hateful as the next bitch.
Like real life
Yeah,
stuff,
but it's just like they
powers.
actually, yes. So it's not like, oh, it's so cute, little Boy Scout kind of Superman kind of thing. It's like picture Superman, but he doesn't have that moral compass. And
Yeah, like.
So what would he
Let's
do?
say right now, like if you have powers right now to do crazy stuff, flying, invincible, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And the war that's going on in Ukraine, and people publicly know you're that
powerful,
that you have these powers. It's almost like you have the choice to say, "Let me just go blow this shit up."
I know. Yeah.
Let me go handle Russia, or just whatever. But it's like that's why it's wild.
It's just like it's realistic. It's like people with powers, but they would behave realistically, especially if no one has ever told them no in their life. Like,
is it like does it have like real world like updated situations? That's
I would say so. Yes, I would say so.
Yes,
I would say so.
Yeah.
He says called The Boys.
So
Yeah, yeah.
The Boys. Gosh,
I would love to see his reaction to it.
yeah.
you will. You most definitely
specifically,
will.
4 minutes into episode 1.
Yeah,
Is it like 4 or 5 minutes? You'll know. I just want to know your reaction. It's one of the. You know how people on TikTok be like, go to this season episode blah 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 and watch this. It happens immediately on this show. So yeah, I'm just curious to see what you think. Oh, I was gonna ask you. I'm excited because I saw the trailer you did with the green screen.
Oh my God!
Or like the little preview.
Yeah.
With the lightning behind
this
you.
This is about to get wild.
Yes.
Can you give us any like hints or like?
So, I can tell you what I'm thinking about trying to do is create like a fake reality TV kind of thing and using that as what is it called? Like a confessional kind of thing. I'm thinking of doing that.
Oh, yes.
That I'm thinking of doing. It was one more thing I thought was so cool. Oh, well, it wasn't really like a series or nothing, but it was just a video of like the mirror on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Who's the fairest of them all?
Oh
and
yeah.
then
Get to work, cuz.
I know. And then added some TonyTalks in there.
Yes.
It's so many possibilities with it. However, that the camera that I got is extremely difficult to it's a huge learning curve for me. So it's a little difficult learning how to use the green screen and the camera or whatever. But you, Ocean, a lot of people don't know, you are the reason I even know how to edit green screen on my laptop, because
From video.
Into the Cunt of It video, when you told me about the Kier thingamajig, ever since then, I practiced and, was like, no one knows what that whole superhero thing that y'all saw with me showing the green screen thing is. I created that whole background. Like, those clouds were literally, it was just one cloud that I multiplied several times and then put the lightning there and all that.
That should look good.
Yeah, so thank you. I'm just trying to expand. That's the way.
I can't wait. Especially talking about mirror on the wall and also confessionals. I can't wait.
Yeah, there's so much you can do with a green screen. And like I said, Ocean, you're the one who showed me that, you have one green screen, you could be anywhere in the world. And you can create endless possibilities. So, I cannot wait to express that and show y'all that.
Mm-hmm. The fact that was your first green screen video and it looked that fucking good is just crazy.
Thank you.
And mind you, y'all, I think we finished filming that maybe 7, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
By 2, 3 the next day, it was time for the video to come out.
Yeah.
I think maybe 48 hours before that, we decided on which song we were going to do.
Yes.
Yep. And that shit was so fucking quick. But that's what I'm saying, I feel like in so many ways, me and Adrian will do the same thing with stuff, and it's it just be happening so quick because when you're always working, when you understand it, and when you're around those like-minded people who you do just genuinely find places to connect. It's not like we was we just gonna keep doing these things. It's just every time there's a window of opportunity, things just kind of happen.
Yeah,
that's so crazy.
When I saw WandaVision, that was my intro to Ocean Kelly, was WandaVision. That was my intro. And after that, I just started, doing my homework because I liked you as an artist. So I was like, I want to hear everything. And then it's just crazy how, I don't know if it was manifested or whatnot, but it's just crazy how literally, I would say a few days after I was just stalking everything about you, you came into my life, and then from that point on, you was on the same stuff I was on when it comes to working very quick and fast turnaround and stuff like that. It's just because I'd be so excited. I don't like to wait. I mean, I know great things happen when you wait, but it's just I'd be so excited. I just want to get running. And when you said you wanted to do that, I was like, oh gosh, this has to be a thing, because I was literally showing everybody. My boyfriend was getting pissed that I kept playing the WandaVision song over.
It's so it's so ringy. It's turn it up.
Yeah, and I was just like, this the world needs to see you, and the fact that you was, allowing me to have the honor of being on something with you, I was just ooh,
yeah,
we need to do this. That's why I wanted to make sure it was done like that. So when you said you wanted to make a song that day or the day after us talking, I was like, oh, he on it. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and let's get this done.
Yeah, we moving in these streets.
Yeah,
we working.
Yeah, and then when I met you, Adrian, and we were at, I forgot what club we were at, and you were dancing.
Yes.
I was like, you are such a vibe. I was like, this little trio
Mary's
that we had.
Mary's.
I forget which club was that again?
It was Mary's. Mary's in Atlanta.
Yes.
That
shit was so
that
fun.
Was
that
so
was a
fun.
great moment in history.
That was history is exactly what I would call that. Yeah,
It's a great moment in
It
history.
truly was, because I think I I think that moment was a manifestation of this moment, and it's going to be cool to see the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things where you know how even just in I guess in pop culture period, you see those connections of people. You'll see a photo from them in like the 90s, and you're like, wow, they still rocking, and like they've had separate careers. Everybody's kind of been doing their thing, but there's just some of those people that you just come into contact with, and you're like, wow, we really collab, and we really make dope shit together, and the vibe's always cool. So I love that. I love that.
Definitely.
Okay, so I also want to ask you too, just about like your music journey, because you have so much like music online. Your songs are fucking great. Your latest release, I had to add it to my the Grindr playlist because I was like, this is a fucking bop. I was like, let me go down and really decipher and figure out which one I like the most. And I was like, oh, done.
Yeah,
it was so easy. It was, yeah. What's your journey with music?
That is an interesting journey, and I feel like I'm not gonna have a clear answer for you. And I think the reason why is because it's. Okay, here's how I'm gonna explain it. Remember, Adrian, I was talking to you when I first met you, and I was like, do you make music as well? And your answer is how I feel right now.
Oh man, what did I say?
And I forgot what you said, but you was like, you was very in between when you answered it. You was like, I don't know if it's because you didn't, I don't know if it's because at that time, I don't know how many songs you've released or not, but you was like, shit, I forgot.
Probably something like I'm trying or something like that, or they're like probably something like I'm trying or I'm making it or it's happening.
Okay, it was something like that. You was like, yeah, I'm making it. I made a few songs with Ocean and stuff like that, and I guess, how am I comparing the two? But like the same energy you were giving off is how I feel when people ask me that question, and only reason why is because I've noticed myself creating more songs for TonyTalks opposed to Lil Tones and like the artists that I want to actually separate. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because it's a security kind of thing. But it's just, honestly, I don't know where this journey is. I know that if I create something that I like, I put it out. And then I just go from there. And then, wherever that leads me is where it'll lead me. Do I see myself being a full-blown artist? No, I see myself being a creator, or I see myself creating musicals that I write the music for. You get what I'm saying? Like certain things like that. But I wanted to still separate the two because for people who don't know, I have Lil Tones as my artist name, and then TonyTalks is for the skit-like music that everyone hears and stuff like that. So it's kind of all over the place. So I don't really know what a definite answer for what my music journey is because right now
I feel like that's a journey. Like that's a pathway. You're making things that speak to you and you putting it out on a whatever name. Like I think that's
it's just what I enjoy. I just put it out. The only reason I separate it is because this guy who was my mentor was telling me that in the event that I decide to pursue fully music, I want to make sure that Tony, like the things I be saying that's reckless in these skits, I want to make sure that's not tied to the artistry that I would be creating. Okay. So that's why I split Lil Tones and TonyTalks.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think it's smart as fuck. I also just want to say to both of y'all, even with that, I don't know how y'all feel today, but I just want to let y'all know, like, if y'all motherfuckers make music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just I think that as creators with range that do a lot of crazy things, there's a audience for everyone, and there's those fun songs like. Y'all both have these fun songs. We all have like these fun, silly songs, but then there are some songs that like have more of a meaning, have more messages, just show the range of who we are as individuals. And to me, that is a real artist, period. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because of that. And now the best part is the day of with the age of streaming and the ability to do shit independently. You don't have to tell nobody. If they listen and they're listening, and that's the coolest part. You can have your audience without having this like trying to achieve like this weird like accolade, accolades and like the industry per se, like a Grammy or a lot of people would define their success in music off things like that. And I just don't think you have to anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just want to hopefully validate y'all in that.
I received that. Thank you.
Well, one thing we like to do, we always like to send the people off with just like something we talked about, words of affirmation, something that's been on your consciousness, just something you just want to leave the people with. It could be silly, it could be fun, it could be, something that like advice you want to give. So what would you leave the people with today? What would you like to leave the people with?
I usually say the same thing, honestly, with every interview because it means so much to me. And it's motivational, but for anyone out there who's listening who wants to fill the shoes that we're all in, they want to be content creators, artists, whatever, they want to do this, do that. The way I see it is that the biggest thing, which you kind of hear all the time, is just be authentic to who you are and don't try to find your audience. Let your audience find you. And they find you by you creating trends opposed to following them. So that is something that I feel like.
I like that. Yeah. I like that.
Oh, and then another thing too. Sorry, I'm over talking TonyTalks. But the last thing is never be scared to start something, even if you see someone else doing it, because no one can do it like you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's tons of people who have makeup businesses, but if you start your own makeup business, no one's gonna start it like you, or no one's gonna sell it the way you sell it. That y'all can have the same product, but you can market yours differently. So it's like, don't let that stop you from starting the journey you want to start. So those two things are like my big blah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Tony, I really love that. I love that. That is
I appreciate it.
Very inspirational. Adrian, what you want to leave the people with?
So I want to leave the people with a simple sentence. Get up and make it. Get up and make it. Get up and do it. Get up and create it. You know what I mean? I feel like for me personally, the hardest part, especially when I have a vision or an idea for a project, but I don't know like how to, like the most difficult part is just getting up and doing it, or convincing yourself that like, no, you can do it. Like you can do it. And sometimes tasks seem like much harder than they actually are. And then when you start it, you're like, oh, what? Like, it wasn't that. I could have done this like 5 weeks ago. Like, so I think just if you're wondering how to fight through the fear, and I'm telling you, I'm on that journey as well. But like the first step is just getting up and making it. Getting up and doing it. Just do it.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Oceanica?
Okay, what do I want to leave the people with? I would say put your frustrations into what you create, because instead of, we are humans. If you feel insecure, if you feel angry, if you feel extremely happy, if you feel lost, if you feel jealous, if you feel hateful, I don't know, like whatever emotion you feel, if you feel it, you can't. It's the self-awareness that allows you to handle that in the best way, and I think the best way is taking it out in your art. Cuss a nigga out on a track. You know what I'm saying? Make like you were talking about, taking real life situations and making them more dramatic. I think things like that, like a lot of times, even in your videos, if you're talking to a boss or you're talking to a waiter, the interactions are always things that we think and feel, but it's in that dramatic way to kind of just make us understand. Like, I do feel that. That's what I'm thinking. The conversation is going in my head, and stuff like that to me is the perfect way to just advance your artistry. Like, take out your emotions in your art. Just put it there, because then you could go into the world and you've released all that, and you could just like have fun with people, and
wow,
that was a beat.
Be a TonyTalks, Adrian Expression, and Ocean Kelly. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, we kind of gave some good advice. Now I don't know.
I think so too. Wait a minute.
Down for me.
Wait, are we the real? Are we the View? We're the gay. We're the queer. We're the. Oh my God!
You know what's crazy? Sorry. Were you about to close it?
No. Go ahead. No.
I was Keep going. What's crazy is that I wish more things like this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like black, gay, all of us just getting together, young black gay, just getting together, talking about things that no one really talks about. You know what I'm saying? They do, but it's never like this could help somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This could take someone away from some type of depression or something. So it's just like I congratulate y'all on even having the platform to do this. So this, it's really awesome.
Oh, thank you, Tony.
And I'm thankful to collaborate you on Into the Cunt of It. We're thankful to have you here on the podcast and many more. And you know what? We can be those pioneers in that field of just spreading love and positivity and black queer unity.
Yes.
I think we doing it. I think we doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Before I ask you, I had to write these down because every time I see them, I'm just like, this is so brilliant. But I am TonyTalks, TALKS on Instagram. I am TonyTalks, TOKS on TikTok, and I am Tony Tweets. Right?
Yeah, you got it.
Brilliant. Like, it be those little subtle things that are just.
He got his own cinematic universe, bitch.
Yeah. Okay, for real. Okay. Now that's what you call branding. If Twitter call you, you're Tony Tweets. If TikToks call you, you're Tony Talks. If Instagram calls you, you're Tony Talks.
Oh, and then Snapchat is Tony Snaps.
Of course, Tony Snaps.
Of course. What about Christian Mingle? Tony Praise. I am Tony Praise.
Oh gosh.
Yes. Well, all right, y'all. That was our episode. Woo! Anything else for the people, Adrian? You good?
I'm good. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for coming, Tony. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tony. Everyone, put your hands up for motherfucking Tony Talks. Yes. I love my sound effect button. I just like being annoying. I just need a reason to press it.
No, it's so cool.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all next time. Bye.